All right, so the first things first. So when you start trading, you want to go to the forexfactory.com. And then usually you would go to your homepage and then click on calendar. So this tells us if we should be trading or not trading. So we look for a day. Today is Wednesday. And what time is it right now? It's 2:39. So we would look for our time where we're trading and seeing if we see any red folders that are in our time zone that when we're trading. And USD did have something at 10 a.m., but then it was fine at 10:30 a.m. And then right in the afternoon, obviously there's nothing here. So we're good to go.
Okay.
The second part is the currency strength meter. So do you know how to get in this one? This is the livecharts.co.uk.
Yes.
The only thing with this one is I stay refreshing it all the time. Because even before I go in for that trade or even when my trade is going, because the bars can change.
Oh, wow, that changed a lot just now.
Yes, right?
Yeah.
So always remember in the currency pairs, Euro to USD, Euro is going to be a buy and USD is going to be a sell. So if we were in Euro AUD, Euro is going to be a buy, AUD is going to be a sell. So it's always the first pair, the first one, the currency is going to be the buy, and the second one is always going to be the sell. Now, another thing what I look for obviously is which one is larger. So that's the one I'll be going with. So we went just say USD, which we're not going to do today. But if we did Euro USD, I would say because we had 4 blocks here and 2 here, I would only be looking for buys.
Oh, okay.
Because it's stronger. Another thing what I do like to look at is like, okay, so I don't really like to go scalping all the way through. So in Hourglass, they carry Euro USD, Euro JPY, Euro CAD. Then they also have USD CAD and USD JPY. Those are the only ones that are in Hourglass.
Okay.
Okay. So when you're in Hourglass and then these are the only, I don't know why, I think those are his favorite pairs. So that's the only one he works with. While you're looking at these pairs and you're wondering, okay, Euro, USD, JPY, CAD. So you see, okay, CAD has 5 bars, pretty strong. JPY, 5 bars, pretty strong. USD, if it was a good day and stuff, 2 bars. And then 4 bars for Euro. So in this case, I would be looking for I'd be looking for buys for Euro USD.
Okay.
And then I would be looking for sells for USD CAD. And then I would be looking for another sell on USD JPY because obviously the JPY and the sell, right? Because USD JPY is the second, and that means it's a sell.
Okay.
So if we were looking at Euro CAD, which one would be the sell? Which one's the buy and which one's the sell?
Buy Canadian, sell Euro. Right?
Buy Canadian, sell Euro. So if it was Euro CAD.
Oh, Euro CAD. So it'll be so we'll be selling Euro. Buying Canadian or no?
No, you're wrong again. It's okay. So write this down. You writing it down?
Yeah.
Okay. Euro, always the first currency in the pairs is always a buy.
Oh, okay.
Always.
So then it would be a buy Euro, sell Canadian.
And then which one's stronger?
Canadian stronger.
Boss. Okay. Let's do another one. USD to JPY, which one's the buy, which one's the sell, and then which one is stronger?
USD is the buy, sell is the JPY, and JPY is stronger.
Boss. Okay, we're good here then. Okay, so remember, we always got to refresh this. This can change by a bar because this can always change because sometimes it can be a buying market and then we're going in for the buy and then USD on the Euro USD and USD decided to just like pop up on another bar. We're like, whoa, it's pushing up our trade, you know? Anything can happen with this. So let me go into Hourglass. Oh, another way to get into Hourglass is just hourglass.im. So
Okay.
you don't got to go through all that whole stuff.
Okay.
Okay, so this is Hourglass. This is where we make our money. Okay. I'm gonna, oh, Blessed, it just got here. Hold on. Blessed, you can hear me? Blessed?
Yep.
Awesome. Okay, we just kind of went through the beginning of the calendar and then the currency strength meter. We just got into Hourglass, but I'll go back and refresh that with you. But we just started in here.
Okay.
Okay. So this is Cash Trap. This is where we make our money. And I'm going to go through this whole thing with you guys so you understand what this is and what we can do each step. So make sure you guys have a pen and paper and you write this down because it's very, HFX is instruction basis. So it's very much, oh, I have this, I got this, I got this, I got this, boom, I go in for the trade. It's that easy, but it's just patience. So the stuff I just put in the group today, that was 36 minutes. That took me for 3 trades. So like less than an hour. If I probably devoted about 2 hours, I probably could have hit it like really, really well. But I was just waiting for it. I stayed to one pair because Euro CAD was really, really good. CAD was really strong on the sells. And then Euro wasn't that strong. And I just kept waiting for it to hit my point where it kept going at my support. And I watched for all my indicators and it went right. All right, so let's go through this. This part right here indicates the time. So this 5 minutes right here where my cursor is shows how long the candles are going for in each on this chart. So we are on a 5-minute chart, and that means that this candle is going to change in 5 minutes. Oh, let me put my countdown. And over here, this little wheelie thing here is the settings. And if you don't have a countdown, you'd click that on. And this lets us know how much longer we have in this candle before it switches over. So 3 minutes and 33 seconds, a new candle will appear here. This over here is the candles. And you can switch this to however you want it. I believe you can go line work. You can go bars. You can do all these different things. I like to do candles because I like to see my red, see if a doji, pin bar. And after, you guys are going to learn that also to make another indication for you to go into a trade. But so far, like Cash Trap has made it so easy for us just to make money and just follow these instructions and we can like kill it. This one undoes and creates the line and forward, and this one tells you where you are. So right now we're in Euro USD, and if you type on this, like just click on the chart, you can do this. It's just loading. You can put in a new currency, and then it would pop up. Hourglass doesn't want to be my friend right now.
What happened?
I don't know. It's loading. All right, well, you have the ability to do that when Hourglass decides to work. You can just tap on here and then type in your currency. Let's see if it'll allow me again. No, I don't know. So it's supposed to, or the currencies that you need are on the alert panel off to the right over here: Euro USD, USD CAD, Euro CAD, Euro JPY, USD JPY, Euro USD, and then it's on repeat of all the same currencies that I told you about in the currency strength meter. So this right here is the chart. So let me show you guys. In the middle of this are candles. The blue candles mean that this is a buy, and a red candle means it is a sell. But a lot can happen in this candle. So you know, I was telling you guys I watch it on a 1 minute chart. So I'll be watching 5 candles in this one candle. This here, candles stay in between price 90% of times. So this.
Wait, what do you mean by that? Say it again. You're watching multiple candles?
Yeah, so I watched it on a 1 minute chart. Hourglass shows on a 5 minute. You're more than welcome to change it, but it gets really gets a lot in here. But I like to watch it on a 1 minute chart on TradingView and then watch this on the 5 minute chart here. So I have two charts going. So I have the 5 minute and then I have the 1 minute so I can see what's going on in this candle.
Okay.
Because this candle lasts for 5 minutes, right? So this candle could be going up, going down, going up,
If
right?
you watch it on a 1 minute, you're seeing what's happening within the 5 minutes.
Yes.
Detailed, more detailed. Okay.
Yeah, definitely. So this thing right here, this red line, the orange line in between it, and this green line. This is called a Bollinger Band. This is an indicator that helps us also to go in for a trade or to go not in for a trade. So if the candle is touching a red Bollinger Band, this is telling us that we can go in for a sell if we have other confirmations to go in with that. But if we saw our candle touching it kind of close to it, that is a close indication of the confirmation to go in for a trade.
And it's touching the top Bollinger Band.
Yes, for sells.
Yeah.
Sells, yeah. The green Bollinger Band is for buys.
So same thing. Candle touches the bottom one, you buy.
Yes, with more confirmations.
Right.
Okay. This purple line right here is another indicator. It is called EMA, your moving average. Okay, so what does this do is pretty much tell us if it's a buyer market or a seller's market. So if this purple line here is on the bottom of your candles, this means it is a buyer's market. It is going up.
What you called it, the EMA, right?
EMA, moving average. So if the EMA is on the bottom here, underneath the candles, it is a buyer's market. If the EMA is on the top, above the candles, it is a seller's market. So when we went back into the, oops, come on, let's go back up. Why won't it let me be? Euro USD, Euro was stronger, so we said it was a buyer's market, right? Yes. And this what shows us that it's right. It was. This is correct. Here we are, Euro USD, buyer's market. Another indicator is Stochastics, Stoch, and RSI. Stochastics on the top, RSI on the bottom. These guys are pretty much the momentum of your candle and where it's going, okay? So this red line that you see, this dotted red line there, this dotted red line there, that means the price has been overbought. So what we want is, when this happens, we want this price to be overbought and then pushing back down. So if we got in and just say a candle was touching the top Bollinger Band, the EMA was on the top, the currency meter USD was stronger than Euro, and this was coming down and the RSI was coming down, that would be a perfect sell.
Can we go over those again? The red dotted line is considered what?
It's called overbought.
Overbought.
Yeah, so you want to cross over it, see how it's crossing? But before we go for a good setup, if this EMA obviously was on top here, if obviously USD was stronger, we would wait. How much longer do we have on this candle? A minute. We would wait for this candle to finish and then for this to be coming down and coming down, ready for us to go in for a sell.
And the top line that you're referring to that's going up and we want it to come back down, that's the scatic line?
Yeah, right here, red.
The red is the scatic.
Yeah.
Okay, I thought that was considered the overbought.
Oh, sorry, scatic. Sorry, this is called the overbought.
Yeah, the red one is overbought.
Okay, what are you asking me? Sorry.
So we discovered the red dotted line is called the overbought line, but the black one that we're following and we want it to fall back down.
This is your momentum.
Okay, that's just momentum. Okay, so
yeah,
it's not
this is
static.
what your candles are doing.
Okay, momentum.
This is all based off of what your candles is doing here. They're going up, they're going down, you see?
So if that's the momentum, and what's the bottom gray line?
So the bottom line right here, this green line right here is.
No. Sorry, is this like what is the fainter version of the momentum line below?
This?
Yes.
Oh, this is RSI.
Okay.
So your stochastics is another indicator, and your RSI is your second indicator over here on the bottom. We'll show like now.
So the whole thing is called castics. It's not one line called castics.
One is called stochastics.
Stochastics.
And the second one here, where my cursor's on, is called RSI.
Right. So you refer to it as the momentum line and the stochastic.
This is the momentum line. This this whole little thing is called stochastics. This whole thing.
Okay, that's what I needed to clarify.
Yeah. All right, and then this whole thing is called RSI. The red line here is called overbought. So at this point in time, it has pushed up. We now want it for a good setup. Obviously, if USD was stronger on the Bollinger Band, the EMA was on the top, we would want this to cross down for us to go in for a trade. Cool? Do you guys get that part? We're good up in there?
Understood.
Okay. This now here is the arrow. This tells us if we should be going in or not going in. Meaning, right now, Euro USD, we're aware that Euro is stronger than USD. So we need a green arrow to appear instead of a red one for us to go in for a trade. We also want our candle sitting closer to this green Bollinger Band. We also want our stochastics and our RSI real close to the oversold or crossing over, like in here. Our EMA is where we need it to be, which is under here.
So is the arrow always referring to the second currency in the pair?
The arrow is referring to the first and the second.
Well, it's referring to buying, or selling.
It's referring to as of right now. In 2 minutes and 28 seconds, it can tell us something different. So we'll watch this. In 2 minutes, when this is done, a new candle is going to appear, and then the arrow is going to tell us if we should be going in for a buy or a sell. But if it's telling us to go in for a buy, it ain't ready because we know that we don't have enough confirmation. Right? It's not at our Bollinger Band. All we have is an arrow and an EMA. We don't got no Stoch. We don't got no RSI. We don't got no Bollinger Band. So it can be very iffy if it's up here. You may win, you may not. It just depends. I would wait for a better setup.
So you're waiting for a candle to touch the green line. You're
Close enough.
And then you're waiting for, in the stochastic, you're waiting for that line to go back in between the red and the green?
I'm even close to the green or even crossing over the green and crossing back up.
Oh, okay. And then the same thing with the RSI.
Yes. All right, I'm going to show you guys something. This may be a little weird because on the trading view, but I'm going to show you what I did today. So this is trading view, okay?
Okay.
I will show you. All right, so today I went in, and so imagine this being hourglass, okay? It seems a lot right now, but I'll show you exactly what I mean. This yellow line is your EMA, okay? That purple. So in hourglass, it was purple, it's yellow on my screen. So this telling me that now this is a seller's market because it's on top of my candles. Okay? This green line and green line here, in yours it's red and green, but mine is the same color. They're both green. This is my Bollinger Bands from that green line right here and that green line right here. Cool? Ignore this. This is MACD. I will deal with this and show you guys on another session. Like once you guys get the rest, like, you know, you're feeling comfortable and confident. Here is your stochastics, this thing right here. And this right here is my RSI. So before I went in, I went to the Forex factory. Then I went to my currency strength meter and I saw that Canada was stronger than Euro. So I'm at this point only looking for sells. Okay? Only looking for sells. Another advancement why I was doing my 1 minute, because you guys remember how I was telling you, like on the hourglass, it's a 5 minute candle. I'm on a 1 minute. So I'm watching each candle in every minute going. So I'm seeing what's happening. So when I hit this first one, I was over here and I see that I'm like, oh, okay, this is touching the Bollinger Band. But it was still, RSI was still up here. You see that? It didn't curve. The stochastic was still up here and RSI was still up here. Then I moved and I waited for this candle. I'm like, oh, it's still up there, but not ready. RSI didn't bend for me yet. And then this one, it was close to the Bollinger Band, but remember, it wasn't touching, but this one was close. RSI cracked. Stochastic cracked, RSI cracked. This was close to the Bollinger Band and my EMA. I went in and look, boom, boom, boom. I won that trade. Do you understand?
Yeah.
That was your 3 minutes. So at that point, I had proper confirmation, proper confirmation, proper confirmation, proper confirmation, and currency. At that point, I was definitely winning. Then I had to wait. How long I had to wait for the next trade? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 minutes. Oops, where did that go? Stay there. 11 minutes came my second trade. But this was a little bit different for me. So I'm a little advanced at this point because now I have support and resistance. So now what the support and resistance does, it tells me I mark up where the candles has hit more than once. And I hit right there. And I also hit where on this point, on this extra high, the candles hit a lot in here. So I knew that a lot was happening in this area for my support and my resistance. So my Stoch was crossed and came back down, but it wasn't oversold here. And my RSI was not ready. But at that point, I had my support and my resistance, my EMA, my currency strength meter, and I knew it was time for me to go in, and I did. 1, 2, 3. So that's why I went in here, if that makes sense to you. But I wasn't at my Bollinger Bands, but my support and my resistance showed me I can go in from there.
Because of history or because of like what's happened in the past.
Patterns.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes. Then it took me 21 minutes, I believe, to catch the next one. Meanwhile, I missed it right here. You see it?
Yeah.
Stoch right here, and I could have caught it. Boom, boom, boom. But I missed it. But my RSI wasn't ready.
Is there something on the screen that you can see to know which ones that you got? Oh, is it the blue square?
There and there.
Oh,
I missed this one. This is the one I missed.
Okay.
That's why I didn't have the blue there, the dollar sign. See it? So I won that, and I won that.
Right.
But I missed this one. So then I was waiting and waiting, and then I caught it here. So here it was, this candle. I saw that it was coming up, and then I saw my Stoch cross and coming down. So I'm like, oh, I better jump in. My RSI also came down, and the Stoch. And then I had my EMA, and I knew that my currency strength meter, that CAD was a lot stronger. And then I won that trade as well. 1, 2, 3. closed in. So this is where I started. And then I won 3 trades and I left that alone. I walked away.
What will make you use this instead of hourglass?
I'm a little advanced now because I can read candles. You're going to get here. This is just a next level. You need to practice an hourglass, level up there, and then go to the next step. So at this point, I would really just go into hourglass. You wait for your setups right here. So if you would, obviously Euro USD is not stronger. I would not go in for this trade, even though you have a good setup of a Bollinger Band. You had the Stoch, you had the RSI, but you did not have the EMA and you didn't have the currency strength meter.
Are we looking for the RSI to do the same thing as we are in the stochastic?
It follows, or it's always kind of on the same momentum. But over here, when I showed you guys this, when I was, where did I win that? Where was the second one? My RSI was not as high as my second, but almost in the same type. You see that groove down, but it went down, but it wasn't as high.
So as long as you watch the sto, then it's the both should be doing the same thing.
Pretty much. And also, I'm going to send you guys both the point system. So the point system will tell you how much it's worth. So stochastics is worth 0.5.
Bring me more juice.
RSI is also 0.5. Your arrow is worth 3 points. Your currency strength meter is worth 1 point. Your Bollinger Bands, 1 point, and your EMA is 1 point. They're saying a good trade is 4 points. So a currency strength meter and an arrow is a good trade. Just this and the arrow is a good trade. So if the currency strength meter,
what and the arrow?
The currency strength meter is a point, 1 point.
Yep.
And the arrow is worth 3 points. So they're saying 4 points is a good trade.
Okay. So those 2 things alone is enough.
Yes. Personally, I would not do that.
Right.
I would not.
Look more. The EMA would be another good 5th point.
Yes. And then there would be number 5. And then I would kind of wait on a Bollinger Band and a Stoch or an RSI as well.
So you want all of them?
Pretty much. Because you know what? Screw betting $2 or $5. You know what I mean? Like it should be now like 50, starting at 20. Then from that compound, it would have been 34. Then from 34 would have been 54. Then from 54 would have been 85. To me, that's a good day. Like that's a good trading session.
Everything is 1 point except the arrow is 3 points.
Yes. Okay, so now that we understand the indicators, let me move over to the right, okay? So entry price. Do you see this yellow thing right here?
Yeah.
This computer system here, Cash Trap, is telling us that we should have entered this trade if it was ready for a setup at the last 3 digits, because that's all we call around here, is 232. So when this candle started, when it was ready to go, and if we had everything ready to go at the 5-minute mark, they were telling us to go in at 232. When you're in pocket options, obviously your broker is not going to be exactly to the chart of the trading view. So your number, it would say 232. If you see around 228 or 234, if you're like 2 or 3 pips like from that, then that's okay, because it's not going to be the same. The numbers won't. Even with the Go Live, when the Go Live educator's talking, because her race options can be different from your pocket options. Her IQ cent or his IQ cent can be different from your race options, you know? Also, the payout could also be different. In pocket options for Euro USD, it can be paying out 68%. In race options, it can be paying 80%. In IQ, it can be paying 90%. So your brokers also on the payout will also be different. So if you hear someone calling, oh my God, I'm 80%, you're like, what? I'm only at 68. This don't make sense. It's just because the broker you're in. Okay? Another thing, this red line here is just to show us where price is at right now, current. So the red is where price is at, where it's at sitting at 237 and it hasn't moved. And we have 57 seconds to go, 56 seconds. Cool?
Yeah.
The alert panel now. So this alert panel right here, this shows us all our currency pairs that we're working with. Like I said, I believe there's only 5 or 6. What this does is, if you guys see over to the right, USD CAD 5 minutes, 5 minutes, it's telling us that this is a 5-minute candle. The price at it right now, it's telling us that it's at 284 for USD CAD. And then if you skip all this stuff out here, right here, and go time passed, it is saying that 4 minutes have passed. So we know that every 5 minutes, a new trading ID will pop up in here. So all of these say 4 minutes, and we have 10 seconds to go. So we're just going to wait it out and see what's going to happen. A new candle will appear. There it was. Here it is right there. But did you guys see how the arrow didn't move?
Mm-hmm.
So usually it takes about 30 seconds. Oh, it did it kind of fast. That was 10 seconds. Now it's telling us to go in for a sell. This would have been a good one, you guys. You see it's right at Stoch. You see it where the R sign. You see the Bollinger Band. Well, guess what's missing? The EMA. Yeah. And obviously the currency. So this is just what you guys are waiting for when you're looking for a perfect setup. Oh, and you guys can also mark up your charts here too. So remember I talked about support and resistance?
Yes.
Okay, so you see this part right here, this little indicator. Well, let me do it. My hourglass never lets me be great. Oh, there it is. Okay, there we go. And then I'd put a horizontal line. You can do array. So what I like to do, okay, so the lowest part in price was pretty much, if it's current, right about there. Oh, let's change this line to, so it's bright yellow. So we'll say yellow. This yellow line was the lowest part. The highest part so far was right here, this blue candle, right? So the closing price, there's the wick, but the closing price was right at the top of this block. So I'm gonna put one right there. Then I'm going to be like, okay, I'm going to go a little bit lower now and see what was happening in here, this consolidation, see if something will happen again over here. Because we really want price to get to the bottom because we want to go in for buys, right? So I'm going to do that again. And I'm going to say, okay, price at this part, the highest was in here, but I obviously need this to drop over here and then come back up. So it can come back down, come back up. I want it to be in this area, like how it was in the, see this Bollinger Band? Because we want buys. So here was a good buy. Here was a good buy. Look at this one. 1, 2, 3, right? This was a good setup. The RSI was crossing over, ready to go. EMA was low. We know that euro is stronger than USD. And this is what we're waiting for, a setup like this. Do we get it? Does this make sense?
Yeah.
Blessed.
It's starting.
It's a lot, but it makes sense. So right now, you would go in for a
It
buy.
makes sense when she says it, and then when she puts it all together, it just starts to melt.
No, honestly, you guys, you just got to keep doing it. I know it sounds like, I was showing my cousin this yesterday. She's like, girl, I'm not a numbers girl. I said, you know what? I do lashes and I train people to look good. You know what I mean? And I go, I am not this girl either, but I now became this girl.
It took time. Yeah.
It took time. So I'm like, and the fact that, look at you guys, look here am I showing you guys how to do this. Can you believe this? Like, you know what I mean? Like, I was here begging someone to help me with this shit. I was like, I don't get it. This doesn't make any sense. I almost think I was going to friggin' quit. And I'm like, but then I didn't want to, like, I'm such a winner. Sorry, you guys. Like, my husband's like, oh, you're going to waste our money with this. And I'm just like, no, this works. And I know it. You know, I see people make money. I know this works. I just got to friggin' make it work. And that's what I did. I just kept applying myself. And you guys, November 12th makes 5 months. So the fact that I'm sitting here telling you how to make money, like how I make money, you know it's possible, yo. You know, and this is not even my full-time thing. I run my gym, I run my lash show, I have a child, I have things to do, you know? So it's only an hour a day I'm applying myself, but know that this skill set you can take anywhere. You're going to be able to show everybody. You're going to be able to create generational wealth from this. Like, this is crazy. I was like, I'm so grateful. You have no idea. Kind of like, I can't believe I found something that can make me money. I just had to just figure it out. And so you guys, you're going to figure it out. You just got to, the cool part about this whole cash trap thing is that the computer pretty much does it for you. So now all you're really waiting is for the setup. It's just for the setup. And this is where the patience happens. This is where you're like the waiting game now.
What are you referring to as the cash trap?
This is cash trap. So Hourglass is the platform, I guess, and inside Hourglass there is Blue Gator and cash trap.
Okay.
Yes. So this is, you're in Hourglass, but inside Hourglass you use cash trap.
Okay.
Blue Gator, I have not gone through this yet. This is like, listen, there's so many strategies. Like the strategy I'm teaching you right now, this is just the beginner. Eventually, you may start going into YouTube. You may start talking to other traders. They may be like, oh, let's do a trading session. And they have their own type of way how they go in. Like I talk to so many other traders, and some traders are just only off support and resistance. Some other traders are off this whole indicator like I am. I feel confident when I have all my stuff, and then that's when I feel like I should go with my money. If we talk to Richard, he's really good at just candles. He watches a candle here. He's like, all right, boom, right here. I know I'm going in for a buy. It can be right here, and he would know. Because he can understand patterns. He can understand liquidity. He can understand smart money, which is another thing on top of that you guys are going to learn eventually. But for the beginner stages, so you guys can start touching, feeling, understanding, cash trap is so bomb. You guys, we can do sessions like this daily. Don't worry. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I'm usually free around these times, and I don't mind. Like, if this is what's going to level you up, we will do this. Don't worry. Like, don't think this is just the last time we're going to talk. I'm going to leave you by yourself. No, we can do this tomorrow. We can do this back again on Monday. We can do it on Tuesday until you guys start feeling confident when we're calling out trades.
Yeah, I think it's there's understanding the lines, and you have it written down in your notes, and then as they move and being able to read the chart and keep track of the colors and lines. And that's the thing when you go to like the other, like when you said trade view, I'm like, why can't these companies all use the same colors? So
this is me. I did this to myself. So this is my own color coordinating. I can change this, and I can make this purple. I can make this red. It's just because of how I want it. I just like purple and pinks, and I kept my candles so I know red means down and green means up. It's my money. And then I kept this also because of my MACD, which you will understand another time. We'll go through this. But yeah, this, my RSI, I just line work. I already know for the line. So I know the first line is overbought and the second line is oversold. So I don't really need to color coordinate it to make it red, because we know red is overbought and then the blue is oversold. So the color coordinating like helps, but because I already know in my head now, that's why I don't have it as the colors as you would normally see it here.
Okay.
So when you're ready for trading view, you can always just set up your trading view and set it up from here. We can do another one. After you guys do this for about a week or so, we can go into trading view and I can show you how I set up my trading view like Hourglass.
Yeah.
So you can start seeing it on the 1 minute. So you'll have one screen with the 1 minute, and then you'll have trading view open. I mean, you'll have Hourglass open here for 5 minutes, and then you would have another screen, which is either your phone or a tablet, whatever you have. And then you can have your pocket option open. So you're ready to go in for that trade. Yeah, so that's what I do. I look at 3 screens. I pretty much have one on the right of me. I'm looking at the 1 minute. Then I'm looking at Hourglass, because sometimes, to be honest, you guys, I'm going to be straight. Hourglass would tell me I should go in, and then I'm seeing what's happening on the 1 minute, and I'm like, nah, this keeps pushing down. This is not ready for no sell, so I don't. Okay. It's a computer, right? You know, like, but trading view at the end of the day with what's happening, you're going to start to understand and whatever. But for the Hourglass, it's an 80% ratio. You know, 80, that's a high number with you getting all those confirmations, 80 to 90. If you're just doing the arrow and the currency, that's a 60% win, 60 to 70, they say. Just using the arrow and the currency strength meter. But you guys should be doing all of this. So Euro USD, we're going to wait for it, which you guys shouldn't be trading in here anyway. But then you would want this to come down here. You would want your candles to push down. You want RSI, you know EMA is good. And you also are aware of the currency strength meter here, which we saw that Euro was obviously stronger than USD.
So The EMA is telling us that it's a buyer's market now.
Yes. Look what happened, you guys. Look at this. Look at the Stoch. It finally pushed through.
Oh.
So yesterday when you went and looked at the meter and you saw which one was the strongest, based on the fact that Canadian was the strongest, that's when you decided that you're looking for a buy.
Which one was it though? So where was Canada? Was it in the first or the second?
It was the strongest. It had like 5 bars.
Are we talking about my what I did today?
No, the meter yesterday. So I'm trying to understand what makes you sit here and wait for a buy market or a sell market. And we decided that yesterday based on the meter.
Yes. What made, and the EMA will tell you too, is the same. So we were looking at, right now, we're looking at Euro USD, and Euro is stronger than USD. So Euro right now, because always the first currency in the pair is going to be a buy, the second currency in the pair is always a sell. So right off the bat for Euro USD, I know because it's stronger, it's also going to be a buy because it's stronger. It's always a buy anyway. So that's what I'm going to be looking for. When I go back into my hourglass, Euro USD, my EMA is also clarifying and also letting me know that this is a buyer's market.
Right.
You always have to remember in the pairs, the first one, no matter what, whatever it is, no matter what it could be, is always a buy. The second one is always a sell. So now that we know that, okay, so now we go Euro USD, buy, sell. But are we going in for buys or are we going in for sells? We're going in for buys because it's stronger. All right, let's look at another one. Just say GBP, JPY. This is a buy, JPY is a sell.
So
But
does
go
that
ahead.
mean that when you go over to trade, like does that mean like in the drop down menu they have these currencies in both directions?
One direction. So you're only in the alert panel in hourglass over here, this alert panel right here.
Yeah.
There is only Euro USD, Euro JPY, Euro USD, USD JPY, USD CAD, and Euro CAD. Only
Right.
in hourglass. So you will not see GBP, you will not see AUD, you will not see DKK, you will not see NOK, you will not see NZD, and you will not see CHF. This does not mean you cannot get these pairs in here. You can. The only thing that you will not get is this arrow.
Okay. And so you're saying they'll never say it because the first one is always the buy. So if for some reason you should be buying USD, it's not going to put, you know what I mean? It's not going to flip it. Like there's not that option in the drop down.
No, it's just Euro USD. It's not USD Euro. It's Euro USD.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you're always going to be for that pair, you're always looking for a buy for Euro.
As of right now, because Euro is stronger than USD. As of right now.
So will the drop down menu change? Like would it ever say USD first?
No, it'll always say Euro USD, but what if USD got stronger than Euro? What if Euro's 2 bars and USD's 5? Now you're looking for sells.
Okay.
As of right now, Euro is stronger than USD, so you are looking for buys in Euro USD. If Euro USD tomorrow, USD has 5 bars and Euro has 3 bars, you are now looking for sells.
Right. So you don't get hooked on the currency. You just like whatever it is that you need from that currency. That's what you do.
The strength in there. Yes. Yeah. So at this point, that's why we always got to keep checking because this can change.
Mm-hmm.
And so the alert panels here, the countdown, the entry, the price that you're at. So remember, Hourglass only carries about 5 to 6 currencies that Matthew Thayer likes to use. These are his favorites. And then you would follow through here. So Euro JPY. This one's a different. So Euro JPY. Oh, another thing. If your currencies are exactly the same in meters, stay away. The reason why stay away is because it could either go buy or sell, so you're going against each other.
Right.
up and down, up and down, up and down. I don't like this because I don't like playing with my money. I like to have someone a lot stronger than, you know, like even like right here. See how CAD has 5 bars and this has 4 bars? I don't even like trading like this.
Right.
I like trading with like 4 and 2 and then like 5 and 1 because we know how strong, you know? We know what's going to push at least the buy or the sell wherever this strong one is. So if we were looking at GBP CAD, we know that GBP is going to be the buy and CAD is going to be the sell. So we see how strong CAD is. I'm going to be only looking for sells. We got it?
Yeah.
You guys practice this, practice those instructions, play with it in your demo. This is why you have your demo, you know, and then try these. So you just wait out for an hour, play some music, vibe out, get it set up. Don't let no one bother you. And then go in for 3 trades and leave it alone. Compound, start with $10. Then from $10, the compound from that, go from there. Then from the third one. I find it's just this is where you're like, and then at that point you're like, okay, I hit it, I got it there. Oh, okay, I got it there too. I had this set up, So remember, you have 6 to choose from. You could be playing in Euro USD, which I wouldn't, and you leave USD alone for the next couple of days, but you have Euro JPY, Euro CAD, and I think that's about it, right? Yeah, so Euro JPY and Euro CAD. Those are the only 2 I'd be playing with.
So when you guys talk about using this compared to the race option and the race option having the rollover, can you explain what the rollover is? It means like if you gain, then you don't lose the time on the time.
Okay, so imagine now we went in for a trade right now, okay? We said, okay, the setup's good. Like, it's ready. It's definitely ready. So you guys went in for 3 minutes. You had all the confirmations, but the market psyched you out because that can happen. It literally psyched you out and you needed more time. But in pocket options, you can only go for that 3 minutes and then the trade is done. So if you're not in profit in that 3 minutes, you're done. In race options, IQ, VetaCent, or whatever they all are called, they have an option called rollover. And the rollover option is if you went in for 3 minutes and you realize that your trade is not going through, you're like, okay, you know what? This market has just psyched me out. It needs a little bit more time. You click rollover. It takes 30% of your money. Then it adds an additional 3 minutes to your time. And then it gives you, so you can roll over about 3 times, I would say, because 3, 6, and then I think it goes to 12 minutes. It jumps like that, 3, 6, 12, or something like that. So the rollover is a big thing. It's pretty much because you had your confirmations. The market can psych you out. Once you guys build up on your account, if you guys are ready to go, definitely go into race options or VetaCent or IQ. You will definitely see the difference, especially when you're ready. In the learning stages right now, because you're in your demo, you're practicing, or if you dropped about $50 in your account and your pocket options, practice with that, build up with that. Treat your demo like your real account, because how you deal with your demo account is how you're going to deal with your live account. If you're losing in your demo, you're going to lose in your live account.
So when it comes to preparing, I got the ShakePay and got it verified.
Oh, dope.
So I had money in a US account that I wanted to move over there, but it says the only way to move money is an e-transfer, and then my bank won't let me e-transfer from my US account. So I guess I'll have to take Canadian. Like, there's no other way around that. Someone said that you had to buy Bitcoin.
Yeah, but you buy Bitcoin in your ShakePay.
Okay, so we're not taking like US cash and then like using that in the market?
We are. I take my Canadian money and I switch it over to US. It changes it over for me, and then I buy Bitcoin.
Okay, so everything we're doing on here is with Bitcoin.
Everything's Bitcoin. Yeah, this is Bitcoin. This is like digital currency. Hold on, I'm going to my ShakePay right now to go see if that's the only way. 1 second. ShakePay. You can do a wire transfer. I wonder what that is.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah.
It says you can either send, so from your bank, does your bank have digital currency? You can do that. If you can ask your bank if they have that, then you can do it.
Okay, wire transfer.
Wire transfer or Bitcoin. See if they have it.
Okay.
And then if that, then you'll get a Bitcoin, like it's like a scan code or the number, and then I'll show you how to do it to transfer and then transfer to the next step. It's pretty easy after. So it's either you e-transfer it or you can wire it, Bitcoin it to yourself, because then the bank would already change it for you. And then, or your bank account that you're with, it doesn't have e-transfer on that section on your American account?
Exactly. It won't let me e-transfer from the US account.
Did you call your bank and ask them why you can't do that?
I called them yesterday when we were waiting to start the call, and I was on hold forever while you were talking. I just hung up.
Oh, okay. Yeah. If you get a hold of them and ask them why you can't do that, or maybe there's a, like, I don't know, see why you can't.
That's how it was when I was logged in there. As soon as I went to e-transfer, the only bank account that came up to transfer from was my Canadian. And then when I went to the US account to click transfer, it's only saying, do you want to transfer back to your Canadian? So it's just not bringing up that option at all.
Okay. All right, ladies, did you guys get enough value from this call? Are you good?
Yes.
Okay.
A lot. Do you keep your money in your, do you, at the end of the day, when you're done trading, do you keep your money in the broker? Or do you
I take out my money at the end of the week. I have a quota of making $100 US a day. So at the end of the week, I just take out my profits.
500. Like you should be able to.
No, I leave 500 in there.
Oh,
okay.
I see.
I take out my profits.
Okay, so you take out everything above 500.
Yeah, everything above 500. Yeah.
And then,
pocket options. Oh, sorry to cut you. Pocket options. You can put in minimum $50, but the minimum is $100 US to take out.
Okay.
Y'all good?
Yep.
All right. Message me if you need me again. Oh, for the building, Tennille, are you okay? Are you trying to stay paying monthly? Do you want to get 2 people under you? What are your plans?
I want to get 2 people under me.
Okay.
I don't mind if I end up paying because I feel like you get a lot of value through this.
Yeah, damn right.
But I do have 2 people in mind, but I know that there are more results. Like, I want to see if I can get myself going first so I can show them that you can actually truly make money from this.
And you can. So you just got to put in the time and literally take what I just gave you in these strategies and just get the right setup. And when you get it, take a video of it. Take a little video of you guys winning. Take a little video of you watching a video. Pique people's interest. You know what I mean? Put it on your storyline. Put it on your Facebook. You never know who was interested in something like this. When I talk to people, like my own friends were nothing about this, but the people who watched me on Instagram were about this.
Huh.
Yeah.
Like none of my friends who I roll with, eat food, talk all my business to, are not about this life. Nothing. They see me making money and don't care. They don't want to touch it. Who touches it?
It's just intimidating.
Yeah. And then, but people who I don't really mess with or talk to message me and say, yo, what is that? What are you doing over there? And then wanna whatever. So you don't know who would want what. You don't know. So that's why I feel like I just what I personally do, I just kind of just put it out there because you never know. I tell people all the time, I can never force someone to do this because you have to want to do this. It's a skill set. You have to want to learn. You have to like this. You have to want to, because if you don't, you're not going to get it. I tell people when they sign up, your success is on you and your non-success is also on you.
If you don't want to do this in today's day, I don't know what you'll want to do to survive, because nothing out there is certain. And then this is within your control if anything ever happens. And some people, it already has happened to them, like they're home.
You guys, can you imagine making 500 US a week? Okay, just pennies. That's not even a lot, and just say 500 US. That's like what, 660? That's $1,200 every 2 weeks. That's, what is that? $2,400 a month. Okay, that's a $40,000 a year paycheck, right?
Yeah.
That's 40 grand. That someone makes after tax, but that's in your house. Less than 2.5 hours of work a day for 4 days almost. Just say it. And then you can go build a business, go be with your family, go do other things that you love to do. People think of Forex, so this is the end all be all. No, this is what funds my greatness, my clothing, my gym, my lash studio, my vacations. You know what I mean? Like, you have to take what this is, because you know this is guaranteed money once you figure this out. Once you learn this skill set, once you understand this, you now know you can take this money and go build and do other things that you love, things that you really want to do.
So this needs to get me off the night shift. Like,
this is your why.
That's it. Getting off the nights. I want to be home with my children.
Tanil, what's yours?
I just moved and I need furniture.
Yes. Yes. Get some nice ass motherfucking furniture too, girl.
Yeah.
Damn right.
You need a longer term one so you don't quit after you buy the furniture.
Yeah, like come on, Tina, give me something else too. Yeah. Give me a big why. That's you landing like a big pips on a date.
Honestly, I want to quit my job, my day job.
There you go.
You don't like it. All right. I like that. Okay.
So like this is for me, it's serious, like knowing if my take home is like 3K, like having that stacked, a couple months of that stacked and being able to walk away in like Q1 of next year. Like that's legit my goal, is the very first quarter of the year, I need to be able to walk away.
Wow.
So yeah, we need to like between now and then. So we as a team, we said we're gonna go live next week on the 15th. So yeah, hoping to make 150 to 300 a day and stack that away and be able to comfortably walk away from my job.
I love that. I love all these goals. I love them. I love them. I love them. And that's what we need to do. Now that you guys have your whys, you guys now know what you need to do to apply it to get to it. So it all in sticking in, watching them go live. Like sometimes the educator on the go lives, you guys, you can go watch them and watch an old video of theirs. So not only you're like, okay, Millie, you know what? I want to go watch one of your favorite sessions. And it's pretty dope because her favorite sessions, if you guys scroll down, she has Liberty and Simple Scalper Strategy, just say, right? SRTs, this means support and resistance, how she does them. Watch one of these. R sign stochastics. Watch what she waits for with the stochastics. So this video is a good video, and this video is a great video. Trend lines. What is it for a trend line? This is also another great video to help you guys to understand. So, you know, even if you guys are compounding, wondering how to compound, you know, like if you go into all these, Matthew Thayer, who's another one? Eric Caliber, he's a little too much right now. Arlette, I love how she does her support resistance. So not even like you guys are through the academy, it was a blur. The academy, sometimes you're seeing everything and it's like, whoa, it's a lot. But then now you can break down certain things. So now, okay, I want to learn about stochastics and RSIs. You go to a video, there it is. You now want to learn about support and resistance. You go to a video, there it is. So at that point, this is what I did. This is how I leveled up. I also leveled up on podcasts. I listened to like virtual uplines. I listened to Eric Rowe, GoPro. I got my mindset, Justin Owens. I'm going to put these all in the group. But
when you talk about podcasts, are you talking about inside the academy or?
No, like on Spotify, which is just audio book, and I'll send them all in there. And then where you guys, it just clears your head. It just gives you another perspective. Because you know what, people are.
I listen to that stuff in the morning.
Yes.
I love these guys. Earn Your Leisure.
Oh, those are my favorite.
Oh my gosh, I love them. I love.
Did you listen to the one with Mr. and Mrs. 2 Weeks Out? So they're my people who I love, my little mentors.
Oh yeah, you would love them. I follow them. You would definitely love those guys.
Yo, did you see? So when she started her clothing line 3 months ago, she was not making nothing. She made that in $1 million company. $1 million. Spotify had $100,000 in loans waiting for her she took the loan, upped herself, boom, boom, and then just multiplied. Like her story is crazy.
Yeah. You would like Mr. and Mrs. Bentley too.
Oh, I haven't seen those people. Mr. and Mrs. 2 Weeks. They're in Atlanta.
Yeah, I follow them.
Yeah. Follow them. But I'm gonna put them in the group for you guys to watch. It's always great to watch. Don't watch people who make the same money as you. Don't watch people. No. Don't let your cousin or your mommy or anybody that has bad money management tell you what to do. Because that's negativity on you when you know, like, girl, look at yourself, B. How dare you? Like, you
Yep.
know what I mean? Like, I had to realize that, like, because people's fear will go into you and start clouding your reality of what you were really supposed to be here for.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why, like, I've heard, like, listen, my husband was not a believer, you guys. Yeah, he's my number one guy, my ride or die, but he wasn't at first. At first, he was like, what are you doing? This is crazy, you know? But
Yeah.
it just, some people just need time to see. You just got to show them consistency. All right, ladies, I got to go to my next. We will do this again. I'll message you guys because I'm annoying. And practice what we just learned so we can get this going.
Okay.
All right, ladies, see you.